Okay, hello everybody. Frankie here with your fourth stimulus check update and related news. Literally, there are negotiations going on right now as we speak with stimulus checks. Yes, they are probably, most likely, there's probably a 95% chance that they're going to add a fourth stimulus check into this $3.5 trillion stimulus bill. And the reason I say that is because the economy is doing worse. The cases of COVID, the Delta variant, are going way up. Just a few days ago, we had 301,000 cases in the United States alone, 2,500 deaths. Well, yesterday, we didn't have as many cases, about 190,000 or something like that, or 184,000 yesterday. But the deaths, 3,200. So you tell me which direction this is headed in, or what these congressmen and congresswomen need to do. There's the potential for two different types of stimulus checks. There's a lot of proposals out there. If I can't even count them on one hand. It would take both hands to count all the stimulus check proposals. In fact, there's a brand new one that came out for seniors of $600 to $1,000 for their Medicare expansion next year. So that'll be interesting. That can cover a lot of cost on that end for seniors, dental, vision, hearing, whatever that might cover. But they seem to be doing this to the last second. On every single stimulus package, they add the stimulus check in at the last second. They did this with the second stimulus package. Literally, there was no stimulus check, no stimulus check whatsoever in it. And then all of a sudden, Josh Hawley and Bernie Sanders were the heroes and they raised up and said, hey, we need a stimulus check. And you got your $600 instead of $1,200, but they had to take money from the states in order to give you that $600 stimulus check. And then the $1,400 stimulus check was already in there, but it got played with too and went to the Senate, amended it, and back to the House, and then the Senate had to pass it again. So that's what's going to happen with this. We're going to have to pass it through the House, pass it through the Senate, and have the president sign it. And I really don't have it could be a few days, it could be a few weeks, but I don't think it's going to be any longer than that before we actually find out and see what type of stimulus we're going to get. The main proposals, I just want to talk about a couple of proposals here. One from the House, it's an actual written bill for $1,200 monthly stimulus checks until the end of the pandemic. Yes, $1,200 monthly stimulus checks, and I believe the qualifications for that would be $75,000 or less, or it might be $50,000. They might negotiate it down a little bit, especially with Joe Manchin in there, who's a moderate Democrat. He's going to want a little sweeteners in there, and that's what's making me think that this is going to take a little bit longer for this to pass all the way through the House, the Senate, and be signed by Biden. So basically, that's the House proposal. There's a Senate proposal for $2,000 a month until the end of the coronavirus crisis. So we'll see what happens. There's also another proposal for $1,000 a month. There's a proposal for tax credits, adult tax credits. You know how we have the child tax credit, right? Monthly stimulus payments of $300 for children of 6 and under, and $250 for children ages 6 to 17. That's already monthly stimulus. It's universal basic income. That's going on until the end of the year, and they're going to try to extend this to 2025. So I do think there's going to be an adult tax credit. I don't know how much just yet. I also think there's going to be a fourth stimulus check, if not recurring monthly stimulus checks. We'll have to wait and see what they negotiate to. But if they're able to keep this package around 3.5 or even 3.2 trillion, even if they went down just a little bit, we would still have plenty of money in there to at least pay for a fourth stimulus check on top of a 1-year tax credit. That could be, like I said, I don't know the exact amount, but I've heard anywhere from $4,000 to $8,000 in the next year. Once this passes, it'll probably be paid out similar to the child tax credit. You'll have to wait a couple months to get your first payment, and then the rest of it you get on your tax return. That's what's going to happen with the child tax credit. You're going to get that first lump sum of $1,500 to $1,800 on your 2022 tax return. So, all right, well, that's all I got, everybody. Really, we have negotiations going on now. They're writing the bill. There's been bills written already for stimulus checks, and we really think that that's going to happen. I don't see how it couldn't. I mean, the economy and the virus cases are 3 to 4 times higher than they were when we had our second stimulus check. So we really need to do something for the people and the economy here very quickly and swiftly. Let's hope Joe Manchin goes along with the 3.5 trillion. They can kind of appease him somehow. Whatever, lower the income threshold to 60,000 instead of 75,000. Sometimes that's all they need to do to get this resolved. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great afternoon.